Hey guys, JackSquare here with an update on the Foamsmithing. I want to show you this sword that I recently finished. This is kind of designed as a very basic Viking sword, and I think it turned out okay. Not something that you would use for LARP because there's definitely not enough padding on this guy for that. So more of a cosplay piece or a prop sword. For materials, I used foam from an anti-fatigue mat that I picked up at Harbor Freight, a fiberglass rod for the core. Contact cement is holding the whole thing together. Once I put all the foam together and all, I covered it with a coating of Plastidip and then used spray paint here on the pommel and the crossguard and also on the blade to finish things up. Now there are a couple things that I'm not really excited about with this guy, and I guess the big thing would be the proportions. I think the blade ended up being too wide. When I was cutting out the foam, I thought I had everything the way that I wanted it to be, and then I put it all together and I said, well, that doesn't exactly look like it should. So it kind of gives it an overall, I guess, cartoonish sort of appearance, which might not be great if you're going for a more realistic look. The other thing would be that some of the foam edges here on the blade are not entirely flush. Some of the foam's kind of coming apart, and some of the edges just in general are a little bit rough, so not the most finished sword that I've made thus far, and definitely some things to work on in future builds. Having said that, there are a couple things that I am excited about. The first thing would be the paint job. I think that turned out well, and it looks pretty cool. And then the other thing would be that I did end up learning some cool techniques while making this sword here on the crossguard and on the pommel, specifically the pommel. I knew what I wanted them to look like, but I was having some trouble cutting out the exact shapes in the foam. And so what I decided to do was cut out some slightly larger shapes, not that much larger, just a little bit, and then sanding things down to get to the specific shape that I wanted. And that really worked out well. In fact, I've been using that technique in other weapons that I've made since this guy, and it's continuing to work out well. So at the end of the day, I did end up learning something. So all in all, I think it turned out okay. And while it's not something that I'm going to be taking to any conventions anytime soon, it was a good learning experience, and I think I gained some experience, and hopefully I'll be leveling up here soon. I have been working on some other weapons, so if you want to see videos about those, be sure to subscribe to the channel. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions about this guy or thoughts about how you think it turned out, let me know in the comments. I'll do my best to answer any questions, and I'd love to hear your feedback. Again, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video.